There is a truth that people often seek the light of comfort and ease. But have you ever wondered, what is the secret that allows some individuals to surpass their limits, to accomplish challenging tasks without faltering? Perhaps you've been in a situation where you felt highly motivated to conquer a task, but just a few days later, that flame dimly fades, buried in the ashes of discouragement. Or you feel powerless when seeing others around you setting extraordinary goals, like reading 75 books a year, or writing dozens of books, while you are still struggling with the first pages of a book you opened last month. If your answer is yes, I want you to know that you are in the right place for your answer. According to psychologist Lisa Feldman Barrett in her article for the New York Times, she states that exhaustion and discouragement are not signs of weakness, but are the expressions of the brain being challenged. Recall the last time you tried to solve a difficult problem, pushing yourself beyond physical limits. What was the feeling afterward? Challenging work often makes us feel terrible, and we tell ourselves, "I will never do this again. It's too hard." However, that is precisely when we start seeking comfort, avoiding the challenges that truly matter. In today's video, let's explore the methods of Stoicism, a philosophy thousands of years old that has guided countless historical figures to trick their brains. It's not through deception, but through understanding and applying principles we can learn to face and overcome difficulties, transforming seemingly insurmountable challenges into solid steps on the journey of personal development. Let's start this journey with 5 rules to discover the secret to tricking the brain into carrying out challenging tasks, and ultimately to find the hidden strength within ourselves. Before we get to the first principle, my advice to you is to watch until the end and share your determination through a comment. Are you ready to change by watching this video to the end and not missing any principle? Leave a commitment. I accept the challenge, and let's move on to Rule number 1. Reward yourself. In the journey of exploring ourselves and the world around us, we cannot avoid difficulties and challenges. That's when Stoicism, with its profound philosophy, guides us not only to overcome those challenges, but also to find meaning and joy in the process. One of the methods Stoicism suggests is self-rewarding, not indulging in fleeting pleasures, but rather a way to acknowledge and commemorate one's efforts and progress. Life is not about outright rejection of pleasures, but about self-mastery. It's where happiness doesn't depend on external conditions, but on self-regulation. Self-rewarding, in this context, shouldn't be extravagant rewards, but rather reflections of genuine progress and usefulness for personal development. Wisdom in Stoicism is not just a profound understanding of the world around you, but also using reason to make the right decisions, in line with personal values and principles. When self-rewarding, ask yourself, does this reward truly reflect the progress and understanding I've achieved? Does it reflect my efforts and contributions? In Stoicism, emotional management isn't about suppressing emotions, but understanding and dealing with them rationally. Self-rewarding is an opportunity for us to recognize and acknowledge the positive emotions we experience as part of the process of understanding and personal development. Instead of solely focusing on outcomes, Stoicism encourages us to value the process and personal efforts. True rewards come not just from achieving goals, but from recognizing and honoring the firm steps we've taken, from realizing and accepting that we've done our best. Stoicism isn't about avoiding challenges, but about facing and accepting them. Self-rewarding in this context is not just acknowledging outcomes, but also celebrating progress, however small, in the journey of facing and overcoming difficulties. Let's consider the example of an artist who has devoted a lifetime to perfecting their drawing skills. Each painting they create is not only a work of art, but also a step in their journey of self-discovery and self-appreciation. When the artist completes a painting, they not only look at its material value, but also at the creative process, the moments of perseverance, and the self-discipline to resist distractions and focus on their work. This artist may begin by seeing the simple beauties in everyday life, from the delicate details of a blooming flower to the majestic landscapes of nature. However, to translate these images into vibrant and emotionally evocative works of art, they have had to invest thousands of hours honing each stroke, each movement of the golden pen on the white canvas. Each painting is not only the result of effort and perseverance, but also a testament to ongoing self-discovery and relentless creativity. When they complete a piece, they do not just look at the final product on the canvas, but also reflect on the process of its creation, the moments of emotional immersion as they delve into their thoughts and consciousness. They have learned to control their emotions and maximize their focus on their work, from eliminating meaningless distractions to creating a peaceful space for their souls to freely wander. This journey is not just about creating works of art, but also about exploring deeper into themselves and the world around them. Seneca once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This emphasizes that challenges are not barriers, but opportunities for us to challenge ourselves and reward ourselves. Rewarding oneself in the Stoic philosophy is not just about receiving material rewards, but also about acknowledging and celebrating one's efforts and progress. It's a way to trick the brain, not by deceiving it into seeking short-term pleasure, but by directing it towards valuing and focusing on long-term progress and development. It helps us not only face difficulties, but also find meaning and happiness in the process. We're curious to know your answer. When facing challenges, how do you usually reward yourself for remembering the steps you've taken? How can you use Stoic philosophy to choose rewards that reflect genuine personal and professional development? Please share your thoughts and perspectives in the comment section below the video. We often encounter difficult tasks and seemingly unattainable goals. So let's learn to accept and overcome these challenges by never seeing them as too big or too distant. What's the secret? Break them down into small steps and accomplish them more easily. This is not just a strategy, it's a philosophy of life that helps us progress every day and strive toward our ultimate goals with perseverance and courage. Rule number 2, baby steps. Baby steps, a concept emphasized by James Clear in his famous book, is not just a strategy, but also a manifestation of this life philosophy. This leads us to the first question. How can a small step turn into a breakthrough in your life? In the process of learning a foreign language, applying baby steps can be an effective method to achieve your goals. Imagine you want to become fluent in Spanish. Initially, this task may seem like an insurmountable challenge, given the amount of vocabulary, grammar, and communication skills required. However, starting by learning one vocabulary word a day can be an essential step. For example, today, you decide to learn the word amor, which means love. Tomorrow, you continue with the word esperanza, which means hope. Small steps like these not only help you gain access to new vocabulary every day, but also help build confidence and a sense of accomplishment. After a few weeks of doing this baby steps, you will begin to notice that you can use the vocabulary you have learned to create simple sentences. And then, with patience and effort, you will find it easier to write short paragraphs or even communicate more confidently in Spanish. Through this experience, you will realize that small steps today can lead to big steps forward in your future. The feeling of excitement as you see your progress and your ability to communicate flexibly and confidently in the language you are learning will be a great motivator to continue your learning journey. Epictetus reflected a viewpoint that, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. This statement emphasizes accepting and facing challenges, not as a barrier, but as a stepping stone for personal growth and larger goals. Epictetus believed that challenges are not a sign to give up, but an opportunity to demonstrate and harness inner strength. By applying the 2-minute rule, we not only diminish fear, but also create opportunities to feel progress, no matter how small. It's not just about making oneself feel better. It's about building a solid foundation for autonomy, patience, and ultimately, success. When we start with small steps, we not only overcome fear, but also create a chain of successes, each step building confidence in ourselves and our abilities. This is the essence of the Stoic philosophy, not avoiding challenges, but facing and conquering them through patience and self-control. When you look back on your journey, what do you see? Can you find pride in every small step you've taken, knowing that each step is part of a larger process toward growth and deeper self-understanding? This is the power of baby steps, a strong strategy for tackling difficult tasks with small steps. Have you ever asked yourself, does what I'm doing truly reflect who I am? Or are my daily actions leading me to the best version of myself? These are questions that each of us needs to face and seek answers to. Stoic philosophy not only teaches us how to accept and overcome challenges, but also guides us to live a meaningful life, where every action is not just an immediate reaction, but an expression of deeper values and essence. Let's explore together how to turn each decision and action into an integral part of the journey towards finding our true selves. Rule number 3. Align your identity with the actions. Aligning oneself with actions is an extremely important aspect and one of the determining factors for personal success and development. This not only requires us to change our perception of ourselves and our actions, but also demands that we build and maintain a deep connection between our values and goals with our daily actions. Often, we may find ourselves trapped in a state of conflict, where what we do does not reflect the values and goals we aspire to achieve. This is often manifested through inconsistency between words and actions when we set lofty goals, but fail to truly act to achieve them. This can lead to feelings of self-doubt and disappointment. However, according to the philosophy of discipline, we can trick our minds to drive action by creating and maintaining a new self, consistent with our values and goals. By focusing on performing small, consistent, and patient actions, we can build positive habits and see clear progress towards our goals. An effective method to align oneself with actions is to create a specific and detailed plan to achieve our goals. Instead of just setting a vague and unclear goal, break it down into small and specific steps. Set deadlines for each step and set specific actions to take. This way, we can create a clear roadmap and plan to continue progressing and achieving our goals. Imagine a person named Anna. Anna realized that she was eating unhealthy and sedentary, and she wanted to make changes to improve her health. Instead of just telling herself that she was going to start exercising and eating healthy, Anna decided to create a specific and realistic plan. First, Anna decided to set an exercise goal. She would exercise at least 3 times per week. Instead of thinking about going to the gym every day, she realized that implementing a more flexible movement plan could fit into her busy schedule. She decided to spend at least 30 minutes per workout session doing physical activity, including jogging, cycling, or even just taking a walk in her local garden in the evening. She needs to find activities that she enjoys and that are easy to do so, that keeping to the plan doesn't become overwhelming. Next, Anna decided to improve her diet. Instead of making a sudden change, she decided to focus on adding vegetables and fruits to her daily diet. She set a specific goal of eating at least 5 servings of vegetables and fruits every day. To do this, she decided to adjust her eating habits by adding vegetables and fruits to breakfast and dinner, and replacing unhealthy foods with healthier options like salads or smoothies. In this way, Anna created a clear and practical roadmap to change her eating and exercise habits. Instead of getting stuck trying to make a sudden change, she created specific and realistic goals, which made it easier for her to maintain and progress in a positive direction. In the process of executing our plans, patience and consistency are key to maintaining motivation and continuing progress. Sometimes we may encounter failures and challenges along the way, but what matters most is that we never give up and always remain patient with ourselves. As Albert Einstein once said, patience is the key to success. This rings especially true when it comes to achieving big and difficult goals, where patience and consistency can help us overcome any obstacles and reach our objectives. Moreover, seeing tangible progress in the implementation of our plans is also an important factor in maintaining motivation. When we see the results of our efforts and hard work, we feel encouraged to continue pursuing our passions and commitments. This creates a positive cycle where progress and motivation feed off each other, helping us to keep advancing and achieving even greater success. Finally, to align ourselves with action, we need to have a realistic and practical approach to changing our behaviors and thoughts. Instead of seeking miraculous solutions or trying to change everything at once, let's focus on small and specific steps that we can take daily to make progress. Remember that every small step we take leads to progress and improvement, and that nothing is impossible for those who practice patience and consistency in their daily endeavors. Thus, aligning oneself with action is not just a process, but also a life philosophy that we can apply to our daily lives. By consistently taking actions aligned with our values and goals, we can create a new, strong, and successful self and achieve the goals we desire in life. Feel free to share your thoughts on aligning oneself with action and the importance of patience and consistency in achieving goals. Do you have any experiences or thoughts on applying these principles to your daily life? Share them in the comments below so that we can learn and grow together. Rule number 4. Getting ready. Before delving into rule number 4, let's explore the story of someone who loves writing named Jack, but always feels hesitant and fearful in front of the blank screen of his computer. He begins by turning on his computer, preparing a hot cup of coffee, and opening a new document. Jack doesn't tell himself that he will write a perfect piece right from the first time. Instead, he simply sets up his workspace, creates the environment, and allocates time for his mind to freely create. And in that process, slowly but surely, the words begin to flow. Even though initially they may not be perfect, he has embarked on his journey. Through Jack's story, being prepared is not only a step in achieving a goal, but also a form of soul training. It's a way to face and overcome hesitation or fear of difficult challenges. Through preparation, we not only prepare materially, but also mentally, ready to face and conquer the set goals. As Seneca, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. This quote resonates deeply in the hearts of those who are trying to be prepared. It reminds us that by stepping out of our comfort zone and challenging ourselves, we not only alleviate difficulties, but also expand our capabilities. Now, reflect on a goal that you've been postponing. Are you feeling fearful or hesitant? What would happen if you began by being prepared? Through preparation, we not only face challenges more easily, but also discover ourselves and the mental strength that we possess. When you start preparing for a task, you have started the process of conquering it. This is not only a step towards completing the task, but also a step towards personal development. So, how will you prepare for your next goal? What changes will you make in your preparation process to increase your chances of success? Stoic philosophy is not just a system of ideas. It's also a way of life, a way to face and conquer every challenge with patience, determination, and courage. Through being prepared, we not only master our goals, but also master ourselves, transcending limitations and expanding our potential. When we start with preparation, we open the door of possibility, embracing every challenge with courage and perseverance. We often forget an important factor on the journey of facing and overcoming difficulties: joy. Joy is not a luxury or an unnecessary aspect, but an essential part of the process of cultivating willpower and inner strength. But how do we find joy in this life? When we feel burdened and sometimes seemingly impossible, Stoic philosophy teaches us that by accepting and facing the realities of life, controlling what is within our capabilities, and letting go of what is beyond reach, we can find peace and happiness. The greatest reward is discovering that when we focus on enjoying the process and seeking joy in each step, even the most challenging obstacles become easier and more enjoyable. Rule number 5. Focus on having fun. Joy is often not regarded as the ultimate destination or supreme goal that we strive to achieve. However, we cannot deny that embedding joy into every step of the journey towards our goals not only makes the journey easier, but also enhances resilience and excellence within each of us. Stoic philosophy, with its profound lessons on self-acceptance and self-control in the face of adversity, also emphasizes the importance of seeking and nurturing joy in every individual effort. A classic example of this is the journey of learning a new language. This is a challenging task for anyone, especially when faced with initial barriers such as memorizing vocabulary, complex grammar, and various pronunciation rules. Feelings of stagnation and discouragement can quickly set in if we only see the burden without finding joy in the process. However, by creating a flexible and enjoyable learning environment, such as integrating learning through songs, watching movies in the target language, or even engaging in real-life conversations with native speakers, we not only refresh ourselves, but also significantly enhance our language abilities. Thus, the lesson learned is that when we know how to seek and cherish moments of joy in the learning process. No matter how daunting the challenges may be, they are no longer fearsome. Epictetus, one of the pillars of Stoic philosophy, once shared a powerful perspective on facing challenges. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Through this statement, he emphasizes the power of attitude and response to every situation in life. It teaches us that, regardless of the circumstances, seeking and holding on to joy will help us overcome all difficulties more positively. Performing a challenge, no matter how big or small, can become much easier if we know how to trick our brains by finding joy in every step. By doing so, we not only reduce the feeling of pressure, but also improve work efficiency, thereby achieving better results. As Alex Lowe, an inspiring mountaineer, once said, "The best climber in the world is the one that has the most fun." This reminds us that it's not necessarily the one who achieves the most success, but the one who knows how to enjoy each moment, each step in the process of conquering new goals, who truly wins. Applying this principle not only in sports or studies, but in every aspect of life, from work to relationships and personal development, will help us not only overcome every challenge, but also find satisfaction and happiness in every journey. Life, through the lens of joy and optimism, becomes more worthwhile and meaningful than ever before. In our journey through challenges and difficulties, we have together explored how to trick our brains to overcome obstacles, applying the philosophy of perseverance to our daily lives. But this is just the beginning of the path to self-improvement. Let's ask ourselves, how can we apply these lessons to other aspects of life? How can we transform perseverance into inner strength, helping us overcome any challenge, anytime, anywhere? Remember, every small step we take today is part of a larger journey toward inner freedom and happiness. That's why every story, every lesson you share, and every question you raise not only helps yourself, but also inspires our community to grow. So, are you ready to face and conquer the next challenges? Leave your thoughts in the comments and share your experiences and lessons learned from the philosophy of perseverance. Don't forget to like and share this video if you find it helpful. And if you're new to our channel, subscribe to not miss any lessons from the philosophy of perseverance, helping us build a meaningful, resilient life against all odds. Together, we not only learn how to trick our brains, but also become stronger, smarter, and, most importantly, the best versions of ourselves. Thank you for spending time with us today. Remember, in every action, no matter how small, lies the power of change. Keep watching the videos shown at the end of today's video and keep going, despite all the difficulties, and make a difference in your life.
Yeah.